Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Monday. All right, we have compassion flowing out as well as sensitivity. So it's a day where you're going to be feeling a bit sensitive. All right, I'm going to say that right off the bat. And when you're feeling that way, it's a day where one, if not multiple other people surrounding you, or maybe energetically connected to you at a distance, are feeling even more in touch with their emotions, more sensitive. Potentially, I want to label it as going through it. But I feel like either way, there is a sensitive way about how you're migrating throughout this day, how you're accomplishing, how you're connecting. And even what I want to say when it comes to maybe an effort or two to hold back. But either way, I feel like there is a whole lot of compassion needed throughout this day and potentially utilized in a different way, if not a couple different ways. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a feeling of emotions floating around in the air, regardless of whether it's partially due to you in that moment or not. But people are going through it. Either way, let's continue with the tarot. Flying out the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. They're saying putting aside what we were just speaking upon with the emotion, sensitivity, compassion, all of which. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups definitely talking about how there's positive progression, there's progress taking place. They are reminding you of a wheel that you spun once upon a time in order to take a risk, to take a bit of a gamble, if not a full gamble, to see where the wheel lands, to see how things pan out for you. And Spirit's saying it's not perfect currently or due to whatever risk or gamble we're speaking upon for you, or let's just label it for some of which a change, an adjustment of some sort. It hasn't been perfect and it's not meant to be, but they're saying we're preparing you to spin the wheel a couple more times moving forward and to see how well that works out for you. But there's also strategy throughout this day when it comes to what you do, what you don't do. I want to say where you're guided to and from, but they're pushing me to look at the shooting star here. All right. And they're saying there's a wish upon a star that you once made and it's about to come true. Okay. I was going to say a current wish, but, and it might be, but either way, you once upon a time made a hardcore, solid, solidified wish, and now it's about that divine time for you. Okay. But I also feel like your health is coming into play. You needing to maybe focus on how you're feeling, how your body, your system is communicating to you throughout this day and surrounding it, and what needs to change moving forward. It may feel like in certain ways throughout this day, like your world isn't developing and changing in many, they're saying mega ways, huge ways, but it actually is underneath the surface behind, all right, closed doors more than you realize, but I was going to say behind the scenes, meaning spirits are working to your advantage, even with that sense of mystery being quite alive within your situation and your vision. But it feels like even though we have this mystery and again, emotion floating around this energy field, I really feel as if the mystery is going to dissipate moving forward, things becoming more illuminated, more clear for you as your world changes in more obvious ways, okay? It's a day where the evidence of the wheel turning in your favor and getting closer to this Ten of Cups situation for you, more comfort, more success, more abundance in general, more than one form, of course. That's going to remind you that your world's changing, and they're also informing you or reminding you more of this positive, all right, attention for some, but progression and results lying ahead for you because you're changing, your world is changing. And I really want to say for a lot drawn to the reading, you're willing to step up to the plate and make a change that old versions of you wouldn't have. And I want to say even people in your life wouldn't, okay? Having that courage, that confidence, or at least building up to that. What else do we have? Flopping out, we have the Seven of Swords. I just heard, what are we keeping secret? What are we keeping secret? It feels like there's a change, an adjustment, a switch up, maybe more success on the horizon. But either way, it feels like for the most part, there's a lot of positivity on the other side of whatever you're keeping secret. And Spirit saying, as long as you're trusting your intuition, this is right. Okay, you're right on point with who you're keeping things from. And Spirit is saying if they're meant to know, they will know when the time is right. But there's just a very protective vibe about your energy throughout this day. It could be more so you're protecting your own individual energy, or at least attempting to. It could be a project, a business, success, guaranteed money for some that you're protecting or wanting to more so. I'm also hearing loose lips that may be in regards to somebody at a distance you're keeping a secret from, or maybe up close to you. But either way, it feels like there is one, if not multiple people that Spirit's highlighting as somebody, if not multiple people, with loose lips. Okay? And so naturally we have to tread carefully, but still have compassion. And they might have a healthy amount of compassion for you and your situation either way. But I'm hearing in a sensitive, strategic way moving forward and being selective. Anyways, the Chariot card and the Hierophant, because it feels like you're motivated to make a change. You're motivated to see more change come to be for you. You're motivated to choose in certain ways moving forward. And there's highlighting one big choice of yours for the future. As I take a deep breath, because I'm being drawn to these arrow signs here. And they're saying that choice, when you trust your intuition and you're guided in that direction, is going to leave you with even more motivation, more happiness, fulfillment, and other levels of abundance once again. And naturally will leave your world changing and going through a release and gaining kind of process, if not several processes looking like that. There's also a focus on your independence throughout this day and your home life. And I feel like some of which is a focus on a lack there of a home life, whether it's you need to gain with for the future, or it's feeling maybe a bit uncertain or not home-like where you're meant to be living at this time, or are. Anyways, the King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, because in a very grounded way, we're remembering throughout this day. In a very grounding way, we are remembering throughout this day. In a very mature way, I feel like you are remembering and informing in the midst of gaining in certain ways. And I feel like this in of itself is going to be a very rewarding process. And they're saying you're changing in such peaceful ways. And so embrace that and allow for that to snowball moving forward. As I feel like you, for whatever reason, are being viewed at and labeled in the eyes awareness of Spirit as a prime example, as a peaceful example, as a productive, successful, changing example. Love that. But they're also pushing you to realign with what feels right for you as you're changing and growing and as your external reality is. But realign yourself with what feels accurate for you, with what feels peaceful for you. But any sense of lack or not fitting in is going, or feeling like you belong is going to start to dissipate moving forward due to your efforts, due to things growing and changing and prospering for you, due to this wheel turning in your favor and your world changing for the better moving forward. All right? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your day, and I'll definitely see you next time.